The 00 dilemma. Who will be the next James Bond? The name's been echoing through pop culture with the persistence of a ticking time bomb. Bond. James Bond. Ever since Daniel Craig's final bow as the legendary British spy in 2021's No Time to Die, fans and insiders alike have been clamoring to answer the franchise's most pressing question. Who will step into the iconic tuxedo next? It's a debate that's only grown more intense in recent months, especially after a dramatic shakeup behind the scenes. In late February, news broke that Bond producers Barbara Broccoli and Michael G. Wilson had sold a controlling stake in the franchise to Amazon MGM Studios. The price tag? A jaw-dropping $1 billion. The sale sent shockwaves through the entertainment industry and reignited the Bond casting conversation like never before. What would this mean for the future of 007? And perhaps most crucially, who would inherit the license to kill? The answer still remains elusive, but the race has definitely begun. A new era begins. By March, the pieces began falling into place. Longtime industry heavyweights Amy Pascal and David Heyman were announced as the new shepherds of the 26th Bond film. Pascal played a key role during the Craig era while at Sony, and Heyman has an impeccable track record with franchises, most notably Harry Potter. Barely a week later, Amazon MGM confirmed at CinemaCon that Pascal and Heyman were already hard at work in London, laying the groundwork for the next installment. It was an unusually fast move for a franchise known for taking its time. Still, for all the energy buzzing around the new film, no details emerged about a director or, most tantalizingly, who might be cast as the next Bond. That hasn't stopped the rumor mill from churning out names faster than an Aston Martin on the Autobahn. The contenders. If you've been paying attention, one name comes up again and again: Henry Cavill. At 41, Cavill is still in his prime, and many fans believe he has the right mix of suave elegance and brute strength to fill Bond's perfectly polished shoes. He was the runner-up when Daniel Craig got the role back in 2005, noted Mark O'Connell, pop culture author and noted Bond historian. In Bond history, what often happens is that the runner-up is kind of favored next time around. Roger Moore was considered for Dr. No. Timothy Dalton was nearly Bond in the early 70s before eventually getting his shot. Cavill's working relationship with Amazon, via The Witcher and other properties, also helps his case. He looks the part, he's a great clotheshorse and he carries a certain gravitas, O'Connell said. I'd love it if it were Henry Cavill. But not everyone agrees. The opposition. Some hardcore Bond purists have pushed back hard against the Cavill campaign. Graham Rye, editor and publisher of 007 magazine, didn't mince words when asked about the actor's chances. Lots of fans want Henry Cavill, which only just proves to me that they don't know what they're talking about, Rye said bluntly. The man's just not James Bond. For Rye, the only logical choice is British actor Stuart Martin, 39, best known for his role as the Duke in Miss Scarlet and the Duke. Martin's departure from the series last year has left him open for new projects, and Rye sees this as the perfect opportunity. There's only one actor I've seen around that could do justice to the role very much in the style of Sean Connery, and that's Stuart Martin, Rye declared. If Amazon fails to cast him as 007, I shan't be bothering to see the picture. Strong words, but that's Bond fandom for you. Passionate, opinionated, and always divided. The rest of the field. Henry Cavill and Stuart Martin may be two of the most talked about names, but they're far from the only ones in the running. According to O'Connell, several actors have captured the imagination of fans and insiders alike. One such contender is Aaron Taylor-Johnson, 34, known for his breakout in Kick-Ass and more recently in Bullet Train. O'Connell praised his performance as a mix of Roger Moore and Daniel Craig, adding that he brought a kind of cheeky self-awareness to the role that balanced humor and toughness. He was very British, very London, almost too London, O'Connell mused. He wasn't heavy, but he was doing the heavy lifting. He was taking the mickey out of it. Another name being floated is Nicholas Hoult, 35. Known for roles in The Great and Mad Max, Fury Road, Hoult has shown both range and charm. O'Connell even imagined a fantasy casting scenario with Hoult as Bond and Hugh Grant as M, the MI6 boss who keeps Bond in check. He even had a clever title in mind, about a Bond. Then there's Kingsley Ben-Adir, 38, whose portrayal of Bob Marley in One Love and Work in One Night in Miami has made waves. He's got that Connery swagger and bounce, said O'Connell. There's something about him. George McKay, the 33-year-old star of 1917, is also in the mix. Though less of a household name than some of the others, O'Connell believes McKay has the talent and drive to rise to A-list status. He's going places, he said. He could be an A-lister. For those hoping for a more radical shakeup, there's Taron Egerton, 35, known for his role as Eggsy in the Kingsman series. O'Connell sees Egerton as a let's-f-k it up a bit choice, unconventional maybe but bold and entertaining. He's already played Counsel Estate Bond, he quipped, so why not let him graduate to the real thing? What about a director? Casting the right Bond is only half the battle, the other piece of the puzzle is the director. While nothing has been officially announced, the whispers in Hollywood suggest that none other than Oscar-winning filmmaker Alfonso Cuarón, Gravity, Children of Men, might be circling the project. A Cuarón-directed Bond would certainly be a shift in tone, possibly more cerebral, artistic, or even hauntingly grounded. After the gritty realism and emotional weight of Craig's tenure, a fresh cinematic vision could be exactly what the franchise needs to keep things interesting in a post-Craig world. What's next? As of now, no casting decision has been confirmed, and there's still no director officially attached to Bond 26. But with Amy Pascal and David Heyman now running the show, and the financial backing of Amazon MGM Studios, it's clear the next Bond film is no longer just a distant dream. It's happening. The only question is, who will we see walking through the smoke in that iconic tuxedo, martini in hand, saying, "Bond, James Bond"? Will it be the safe choice like Cavill? The bold reinvention like Egerton? The underdog like Martin? Or someone else entirely waiting quietly in the wings? Whatever happens, one thing is certain: the world will be watching.